Hey everyone, today's our project is POTHOS in watercolor. We also call this plant as a money plant as well. Let's talk about the supply. Here I'm taking my normal notebook where we can draw the samples, and I love this notebook so many times I practice on this. Color we are using Mungyo watercolor, one of my super favorite watercolor as I'm using in many projects. This is my cute watercolor mixing dish from Curved Colors. I'll tag their Instagram account link in my description. I'm using multiple brushes in this project. Now this is the paper towel and water for mixing and cleaning the brushes. I'm also using spray bottles, and this is the pencil for practicing the pathos. I'm using Canson watercolor paper. This paper quality is having 300 GSM, and let's start now. So we'll start practicing now, and this is not the picture where we will fill the colors, but this is a reference drawing we are doing. And I'm doing heart shape pathos leaves. Some are seen fully and some are curved here and there, and I will make this reference picture for completing the whole drawing. And now we will erase some area which is visible and hide because of the leaves. Now we'll take the colors and we will see that which color we will need, and we will mix our color accordingly. So this is my card sheet, and let's see the colors which we will need mostly in this picture. This is one of my super favorite watercolor, and this is so much pigmented. Mostly we need green in this color, so this is a green family I can say, and we will mix our color accordingly. So here I'm using this spray bottle for making wet my colors, and I love doing this, so I generally use this technique. Now let's see which green we will need. We will need green, a very light green, and I have added a lot of water in this, and a little bit of hint of yellow also in this, a dark green as well, and this whole green and a brown for stamen. Now let's start on our watercolor paper, and here I'm taking very light green with lot of water, and I'll do heart shape. If I have more water in my brush, then I'll clean that out. And here I'm making heart shape, fully filled, a really small negative space but almost filled, and heart shape kind of leaf. And as we have our reference picture, I'm drawing same accordingly. So the watercolor has the technique that you have to start with the light color, and then you can take more pigment or a bit dark color to give them a more definition, more detailing. So we will do that same, and we will start with very light pigment and very light color. So and we are doing same according to our reference picture or reference drawing, so we can understand that our money plant will don't have very large space in between the leaves but also connected, and we can draw some leaves like curved. So we will finish our base drawing with this light color. Now here I'm taking a little bit more pigment in my brush, and then we will start giving some detailings to the leaves. Again, don't think about the perfection, that's okay. If somewhere the brush stroke is more, then it's okay. Somewhere is thin or leave some negative space, that is also okay. We need to layer our leaf and give details and depth more and more. So this is just a second part we are doing, so that's totally fine. Now we'll take more green and try to blend while the previous one is wet, so that's okay. And add some more pigment and let it blend. It will give you a really good look, so that's totally fine. If you feel it's very harsh, then take more water, that is also fine. and let it dry. Leave this leaf alone, and now we'll move to the next one. And here again we will start with veins, the middle vein, and then we will start giving more detailings why more veins in a whole leaf. If you have observed money plant leaf, then it is having veins and also having a structure like light green and dark green. So we will give this kind of detailings and this kind of effect with more blending and more water and more vein effect to all our leaves, and we'll finish the second base. Now we'll take more pigment in our brush, and then we'll start the same way like the previous one, and we will start with here and there some stroke of veins, and we will leave some negative space so we can see or we can show the previous green and the layering to our leaves. So that is the most important, that don't fill all the leaves, leave some negative space and then finish the second base. Now again here we are with more pigment, but I have taken dark green and it is really dark green. So if I'm making or if I'm doing any stroke, then it is totally visible. So make sure you are doing your strokes very carefully, and you need to show all the layers and all the colors. So don't fill all the leaf, but make sure you are doing some veins here and there. And if you can see, I have make some angled leaf on top of it, and you need to shade or make that leaves accordingly. Now it's time for the stamen, and the money plant stamen or a pothos stamen is dark. So let's mix our brown and green, dark green together with some water, and then do the stamen and lightly, very softly makes very thin line, and then connect all the leaves one by one. If needed, we will layer the stamen as well, but first we need to connect all the leaves, and it is not in very straight line. Some leaves are here and there. We need to connect all the leaves in one single stamen or one single line. Don't think so much about the perfection, just use tip of the brush and wiggle your brush like here and there. It's okay if it's not in straight line, it's okay if some leaves are not directly connected, because pothos is that way only. So just run your brush tip on the paper and enjoy your drawing. So now it's the time for the pot. In our reference drawing we had made one pot and also one shelf. So let's rub the pencil line so hardly can see, and now fill it with very light blue. I don't want to make it dark because I don't know, light color is also nice. Now layering it with water and all, and now we will finish it our shelf in orangish brown color, because it is really giving a nice look. And it's okay, don't need to be fill it perfectly, because this kind of natural is also nice. Now I don't want lot of space, blank space behind, so let's assume that some leaves are backside of the pot and hardly seen. So I'm filling that gap with some very light green color, and now I'm feeling that I need some more leaves on this branch or stem. So I'm just taking my very light green color, and I don't want to layer this leaf. That's okay, it's hardly visible or maybe very less visible, and that's why it's in very light green color. I feel some more leaves can really give you a nice look, so I'm adding some more leaves here and there. Sorry, it's not visible, it's very down, and some are the upside. It is okay if it's a in different angle or it's visible as a simple leaf, that's totally fine. I really don't want that blank space, so I'm filling that blank space so it can give us a look that some leaves are backside and it's in light green color. So now I think we are done and I'm happy with the painting.